The Brightest Thread. Francis lived in the sunny town of Assisi. He had everything a young person could wish for: bright clothes, a cozy home, and pockets often jingling with coins. But sometimes, when he looked out at the busy market, he felt a little tug of quiet boredom. His friends called to him, inviting him to a grand party at the castle. "Come, Francis, there is singing, dancing, and the most delicious food." Francis smiled and waved, but his heart nudged him toward a different path, away from the loud music. Francis followed the quiet streets to the edges of the city. There, near the ancient wall, he saw a small girl named Allegra sitting all by herself. Her clothes were worn, and she looked down at the dusty ground with sad eyes. Francis realized she was hungry. He reached into his pocket and pulled out the fresh, soft roll he had saved for himself. He gently offered it to Allegra, holding it out with both hands. Allegra took the bread and smiled a tiny, shy smile, a smile that felt like sunlight. Just as she lifted the roll, a tiny sparrow with a hurt wing fluttered down right beside her foot and tried to hide in the shadows. The little bird was scared and hurt. Francis knelt closer to the ground and softly whispered, "Shh, it's all right, little friend." He examined its wing very carefully, his movements slow and full of care. Allegra watched Francis, then shyly tore a clean strip from the edge of her own worn scarf. Francis took the cloth, and together they carefully wrapped a soft bandage around the sparrow's tiny, injured wing. They tucked the sparrow safely inside a small, woven basket with some leaves. It wasn't a huge act, but the feeling of working together and knowing they had helped made their hearts feel warm and full. Francis realized that the joy he felt now, the simple joy of giving to Allegra and caring for the little bird, was far brighter than any grand feast or jingling coin could ever be. This was true happiness. From that day on, Francis chose to live a life of love and service, not just for people, but for every creature, great and small. He learned that the brightest thread of happiness is the one woven through acts of kindness.